I had a vivid and sweet dream, even though the last thing I remembered before falling asleep was horrific. A truck had crashed onto the sidewalk, and with a thunderous noise, everything changed. Are you okay? Please stay strong. Are you paralyzed? Where am I? Are you awake? Princess Alphen? Princess Alphen? That was the character I was reading about in a novel right before the accident, and she was supposed to die soon. So, could the voice I'm hearing belong to? No way. Holy Knight Laurent Delta. Lord Laurent? The sun had already risen. That expression, in the novel, he pledged loyalty to the gods and the saint. A holy knight having a relationship with a woman would lose his position. A woman? Kaya. Others can hear you. Sure. This must be a dream. I'll help you with your clothes. No, it's fine. I can tie the strings myself. Then, please, my lord, are you okay? Yes, Lord Laurent. About last night, nothing happened, right? Princess, last night, there was nothing. I was just teasing you, pretending to tempt you. So, it was all a lie? Forget about last night. Let's go back to normal tomorrow. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry for deceiving you, but you should cherish the gods and the saint. So, you're not going to take responsibility for what happened? No, there was nothing between us, to begin with. You want to act like it never happened? I'm denying it for your sake. Nothing happened last night. I was asleep. You want to pretend nothing happened, but that's not true, and you can't forget either. So please, take responsibility. The next day, sigh. Miss, are you okay? I managed to fool the Duke about last night, so don't worry. Yesterday, Maid Yulia, you really ended up in the novel's world, miss? Miss, are you okay? I'm sorry, miss. What are you doing? Aren't you going to hit me? You really took over the body of the villain? Alenia, in the novel, was that type of person. When she was in a bad mood, she'd sometimes hit innocent maids to vent her anger. I remember the line she'd say in these situations. Do you want me to hit you with my noble hand? For now, I managed to get through that situation, but it wouldn't be surprising if I got caught. I don't even know why I ended up in the world of the novel in the first place. I have to endure somehow and find a way back home quickly without getting caught. Miss, we have arrived. Welcome home, miss. If I could stay in this mansion, I wouldn't need to go back to the real world. But at that time, I had no idea how things would turn out. Yuria. Yes, my lady. First, please prepare a bath. Understood. Wow, this feels like becoming a true aristocrat. My lady, what would you like for lunch? Prepare something light and bring it to my room. Irenia, did you just return? Where were you last night, and what were you doing? Duke Alphen, I went to the temple to offer prayers. Prayers? You? At the temple? Yes, is there a problem? I specifically told you not to do anything that would interfere with your sister, the saint. It wasn't for my sister, but for the saint. The Alphen family was the only ducal family in the empire. Although they didn't have a strong relationship with the imperial family, the emperor forced the daughter of a trusted noble to marry into the Alphen family to keep them in check. Despite their different social standings, Duke Alphen had a beloved lover, resulting in an illegitimate son who looked like him, Cernal Alphen. He showered affection on this child and his former lover, Laurentia. However, he never loved his own daughter, who resembled his despised wife. Ironically, not being loved by her biological father was just like it was before she possessed this body. So, are you saying that as both the head of the household and your father, my words mean nothing to you? For the daughter of Duke Alphen to offer prayers to God and show piety, I believe it would benefit both the Holy Lady and the Duke's family, don't you think? Please refrain from any more foolish behavior that could cause rumors. An edict will soon arrive from the imperial family regarding your engagement with the first prince. Even though I've suffered from a political marriage myself, you're willing to sacrifice our child in the same way? I understand. Where is my room? My lady, everything is ready. Oh, good. That's a relief. Princess, which fragrance oil would you like today? Ah, it feels nice. If I'm this wealthy, maybe being a villainess wouldn't be so bad. As I piece together what's happened so far, a car accident, soul separation, and possession of the poor saint by the villainous Irenia. The real problem is Holy Knight Laurent. Irenia used him to tarnish the saint's reputation, but why did she choose a method that would also ruin her own reputation as a noble daughter? And why was she naked? Her skin is beautiful, so maybe nothing happened between Laurent and me? He seemed like he was seeing a naked woman for the first time. If nothing really happened, Laurent should be grateful to Irenia. My lady, would you like some tea? Bring me the floor plan of this mansion. I'm fine for now, but Yuria? Huh? Why do you suddenly need that? I'll bring it right away. I seem to have a knack for acting like a villainess, but I still don't fully understand. It's enough to have a general idea of the layout for now. The next thing to check is the drawer in the study desk. There should be a sketchbook that Irenia drew when she was still innocent in that drawer. But I can't find the key. None of these keys fit. Yuria, you came just in time. My lady, judging by your expression, it doesn't seem like good news. The Holy Knight and the Saint are here from the temple. What? Yuria, could it be? The Holy Knight doesn't have black hair, right? Actually, that's correct. He does have black hair and yellow eyes. Miss, the Holy Maiden will get upset if you keep her waiting. It's the uninvited younger sister who's to blame, not us. We didn't even invite her. I'm sorry. It's fine. Let's go. Laurencia, you truly are a clever child. When will Alenia ever show such discretion? Miss, are you okay? Open the door. Even when I'm around, he doesn't even glance my way. What am I thinking? This isn't the time to be recalling such odd thoughts. Hello, lady. Welcome, holy lady. Isn't just a nod a breach of etiquette? It can't be helped. I'm a wicked woman. It seems like your soul has been purified. What do you mean? It feels like you're a different person. You seem unlike the person I saw yesterday at the temple. Even though you complain when I don't greet you, now you're being sarcastic when I do? Ilenia, I won't forgive your insolence towards Laurencia. The Holy Lady is the daughter of God and the second highest-ranking person after the Emperor. So what about your father? Isn't he a bit too familiar with the Holy Lady? Listening to the two of you, it's as if you were parent and child. Ilenia, how dare you? As the lady says, the Holy Lady is not the Duke's daughter. She's the daughter of God. Lord Laurent, it's all right. Duke, may I request that you step out for a moment? I'll accompany you to the study. It seems like the hidden child is infatuated. It's awkward being alone with him. My apologies for being late, lady. Don't worry about it. Today, your hospitality is especially polite. By the way, may I ask the reason for your visit? I can't live selfishly forever, can I? What is it? On Lord Laurent's side, this is a memorandum where you promise to take responsibility for me in the future. Last night, I was fast asleep, and nothing happened between us. You want to act like nothing happened, don't you? But that's not the truth, and you can't just forget about it. So, take responsibility for taking my virginity. Responsibility? We just laid in the same bed, didn't we? You came into the room, and as soon as you did, you collapsed onto the bed because you were so sleepy, right? I remember everything. So, until you promise to take responsibility, you're not allowed to leave this room. Lord Laurent, please listen to me. You're a holy knight, right? Yes. Holy knights are expelled from the temple if they have relations with women. That's correct. If that's the case, then why? Do you want to be expelled from the temple for such behavior? According to the plot of a novel, he'll be branded as a holy knight who engaged in relations with a woman. That would also be a crime of succumbing to lust and assaulting the princess. After being expelled from the temple, it's rumored that he leaves behind a letter asserting his innocence in front of the statue of the goddess and ends up taking his own life. Sometime later, the wicked woman who framed the holy knight and drove him to his death is condemned by the Holy Lady, who reveals the truth. The wicked woman is Alenia, me. You really want to pretend nothing happened, don't you? Before it becomes public, wouldn't it be better for you if I just disappeared? Yes, so please leave now. No, I won't leave. Just a moment. Why not? I won't leave this room until you sign this contract. What is this contract about? You took my virginity, didn't you? Stop saying that over and over. If I'm deflowered and abandoned by the princess, I'll have no reason to go on living. The future is unfolding sooner than planned. I understand. I'll sign the contract. The fact that my sister, the Holy Lady, knows what happened that day, he'll be expelled from the temple, won't he? But if that happens, Lord Laurent will be punished, right? That won't do. He also mentioned that the cause of it is the princess. Lord Laurent confessed to me that he lacks the qualifications to be a holy knight. Is he innocent or just a fool? It seems there's a misunderstanding, but the princess said she would take responsibility for his future. You mean me? Yes, it's written here that you will take responsibility for and support Lord Laurent in the future. Should I deny it and say I didn't write it? No. If I say I was forced to sign against my will, I might get expelled from the temple. Holy Lady, taking responsibility means testifying in a way that won't be misunderstood. It's absurd for me to take responsibility for everything when he hasn't committed any wrongdoing. Besides, if something really happened, I wouldn't be able to walk today. The holy artifact of the Holy Lady should be able to prove that I'm not lying. Why are you silent? Princess, whether the act actually occurred or not isn't important. Your reckless words and actions have put Lord Laurent in a difficult situation, haven't they? Gosh, rumors about spending the night have already spread. Already in the temple, you are recognized as the most faithful holy knight to the gods. What do you mean? Seriously? Come to think of it, in the novel, Alenia requested to spread the rumor in the guild. Regardless of the truth, Lord Laurent has already fallen as a holy knight. If we use the holy artifact to reveal the truth, the misunderstanding should be cleared. Even if that's the truth, just the fact that Lord Laurent brought a woman into the room, he can no longer continue as a holy knight. If only I had possessed him a little earlier. So please carry out what's written in the contract. I can't escape from the shadow of death, can I? I understand. Let's appoint Lord Laurent as my guardian knight. I cannot give Laurencia the opportunity to kill me. You've indeed changed, princess. Is that so? You must understand better than anyone else, right? I don't know what you're talking about. Be careful. Suddenly changing like this will raise suspicions. What do you mean? For now, I'll play the role of a wicked woman and show some anger. Suspicions? Stop talking nonsense. If something happens on Lord Laurent's side, as the head of the temple, I will punish the criminal who laid hands on the holy knight. That's what you intend, right? Lord Laurent. Yes, Holy Lady. I don't understand the reason for going this far. I appreciate you granting my wish. Is this really okay? Wouldn't it be better for me to leave the temple so as not to tarnish the Holy Lady's reputation? I didn't plan for it to turn out like this. What do you mean by that? It's not such a tragic matter. Thank you for your help. Now, you'll have a good excuse to return to the temple. Lady, you don't look well at all. Sigh, this honorable man is truly amazing. When does he sleep, eat, bathe, or rest? All I care about is that I just can't sleep. It's serious. Can't you sleep? Would you like me to bring you some hot milk? I can't sleep because you always show up for pointless things. With a guard like this, I'd rather have no guard at all. Still, thank you for being here. Even in my dreams every night, I can't bear it. But miss, they say he left the temple because he fell in love with you. What nonsense. Now that I think about it, why was Alina always scolding you? Compared to fear, you just say whatever you want. Don't speak about things you don't understand. Yesterday, every time I met him in the corridors, he would ask me what color I prefer, my favorite food, music, and other things. He even seemed concerned about his habits and tone of voice. I believe your spirit has been purified. I can see you've changed, princess. Be careful. When people change suddenly, others start to doubt. A changed spirit. This means searching to find out if the witch has used evil black magic. The temple is responsible for monitoring suspected witches. So if the temple declares someone a witch, they'll be burned at the stake as a means of purification. What? What are you talking about? Laurent came to monitor me under Laurencia's orders. They want to know everything about the other person, don't they? Great. When one is in love, there's a place I'd like to visit on my way back home. I can go down alone. You might hurt yourself. It's fine. My legs aren't that fragile. This place is dangerous. I can go alone. Don't follow me. Lord Laurent, it would be impossible for me to disobey. I've become your lady. Will you disobey your lady's orders? Thank you for your time. Is there any other request? Gerdnan, head of the Red Knight Guild. No, I've already submitted a request before, but I'm here to officially cancel the transaction. Haha, that'll be difficult. The matter has already progressed. I'm sorry it has become a hot topic. The rumors spread on their own. Do you think you can easily get my money? That's not true. Now, there are witnesses claiming they saw them in the same bed at night in the palace. You've ruined my luxurious life. Please, let's stop this now. The expected rumor that two people melted in bed on a hot night, starting from today. What? The rumors may now be seen as the absolute truth. Now that people have started to believe it, they need to tread carefully. In return, I have another service I'd like to request from you. I want you to spread the rumors as if they were lies. I can't do that. I was asked to fabricate a witness. We sent as many people as possible to the driver's residence. Not just the guild, but many others saw him entering the Holy Knight's room. Let's say the reason for entering the room was to test the physical fitness of the Holy Knights. That might be possible. After that, you'll spread the truth that he passed the test. That will be the truth. So I think I have a good way to make people believe it. Here's a great way to make people believe it. What's the way? You just have to overshadow the rumors with even worse ones. Nothing's impossible for the Red Lily Guild. But if you're wrong, the Persian will have your head. We'll do it. Even if he's threatened, he's acting very tense, which seems a bit suspicious. Is it wise to trust this man with the task? By the way, are you certain? I heard the Holy Knight has already been expelled from the temple. I'll bring him back. So please create an image of the Holy Knight that won't cause any issues. If Laurent is allowed to gain the upper hand, Laurentia will have no choice but to accept it. From that point on, you'll be able to gain your freedom and enjoy a rich life. We always deliver results that satisfy our clients. Please stay informed. Huh? It's business, so I'll leave it to you. Didn't you hear me say to choose the clothes that look the most beautiful and suit you the best? Haven't you worked here for years? If you can't do your job, then leave this place. Laurent is also watching me, so I have no choice but to deceive him this way. I don't even know what Alenia likes. My conscience is heavy. How much longer do I have to pretend to be a bad girl? Leave it to me, and I'll do my best. That's good, right? Then we want to look at shoes, jewelry. Even the rich and wicked grow tired. You can eat as soon as he arrives. Lady, you have an appointment with Bernici. Is this the place Alenia used to frequent? Are you going to the second-floor balcony again today? Yes, I always want the best. Please. As for the menu, I can't read it anyway. As expected, Yulia is in the servant's bathroom. Laurent is outside on the balcony. Finally, I can relax. Should I return to my original world? And if I do, I'll have to face the debts left by my father, who ran away. I don't know if I'm still alive or dead in my original world. If I'm alive, only expensive medical bills await me. Well, I don't know, and it's better to eat now. Oh no, a bird. Princess, are you okay? I was just startled. Alenia, are you here? It seems there were problems at the temple. What? The second prince, Kashtan, the male protagonist in the original novel, Kashtan. I apologize for interrupting. Enjoy the rest of your time. Are the rumors true? Wait, please be careful. Like the saint, she also has the ability to communicate with animals. What does it mean for the raven to be drawn to you? Don't be silly. I'm just an ordinary princess. It's impossible for me to have such strange powers. You don't seem like an ordinary person. What do you mean? The table is a mess. I'll bring you another one. Even if you talk to her for a while. I'm not interrupting your date, right? Ilenia, the shock has increased, hasn't it? Huh? What does this mean? In the original story, Kashtan despised Ilenia, right? I'm sure my memory isn't failing me, but I'm sure that in the original story, it was, "Hello, Mr. Kashtan. Alenia, I told you not to call me that in public. If you don't have anything else to say, that's it for today. I have to go see the saint. My father is eager to introduce me to the first prince. If you don't want the first prince to have the support of the Alphen family, then choose me. Please, tell me you'll choose me. Just say that I'll be your future wife. Kashtan, you're the only one." "Sorry, Alenia, I can't do that. I have a promise with the saint, so I must go now." "Why? Why are you leaving me to go to the saint? Are these two really dating? I also wanted to be loved by Kashtan. Saint. That's how it will become clear. In the original story, Kashtan abandoned Alenia. Isn't that right?" "Alenia, the shock has only grown. Why are you being so kind to me? You should take a look at yourself, my dear saint. I've seduced the knight of your beloved saint. What you did, Alenia, no one can compare to you. I called your servant." "Huh? No matter how good the conditions are, that person won't leave the temple. Your ability to win him over has surprised me. Supposedly, this person should be smart, right? What happened? Isn't it just an act to pretend to be your lover? It's clear he betrayed the temple just to escape. He must be very kind. What are you talking about? With this kind of relationship, I thought it would be impossible to get Lord Laurent. If you want him, can I give him to you? Are you serious? Of course, I'd do anything for the prince. You're just like Laurentia said. You've changed. What do you mean? Your sharpness, like a knife, has dulled, and you've become much calmer. It's as if your soul has changed overnight. I didn't do anything, so why are they suspicious of me? Don't you remember? You have a phobia of germs and don't like men touching you. Phobia? You and I have been childhood friends for 20 years. That's a very long time. The prince doesn't know me well. I apologize for this. Be careful of Palatilian, the stepbrother of Prince Kashtan. There's a rumor that you spent a night with Knight Laurent. He has nothing to do with that. You know our engagement was the idea of the Duke and my brother. But it's impossible for my brother to abandon you, right? That's why you caused such a commotion. If you need anything, just tell me and I'll help you. Are you done talking? Princess, are you okay? I'll return to the Duke's house. Let's go. They were attracting attention on the balcony, right? You can't have any privacy, even in a private place. Don't worry about what others say. There's no need to listen to those nobles who've never known the princess. What? If you say so, really? As Yulia said, it seems he loves me and left the temple because of that. I don't care what others think. You were always like this. Sorry, I forgot. Let's go, hurry. All right, princess. Kaya, please stop. Who? Laurent? Wait for me. How bold of you. Let go of my hand. Are you this woman's lover? Yulia, what's happening? Did she say something to you? Is she your servant? This woman spilled a drink on my clothes. The cost of my clothes is worth more than her entire salary. You need to be more careful. Yulia, what did you do? Oh, so those rumors were true. Did someone else take over your body? I can't believe how quickly you've changed. Leave it to me, princess. Why all this arrogance while wearing such cheap clothes? Are you trying to provoke me? I think she's rude because she must rely on her father or husband. What a despicable woman. That's true, but do you have any complaints? The situation would be different if your parents were the emperor or the duke. Oh girl, you don't know who supports me, do you? Better watch your mouth. Don't you know the only princess of the empire? Who? That princess? Let him say what he wants. I can't say otherwise. I can't believe the princess stayed silent even after being spoken to like this. What did you say? You're shameless. Princess. Laurent? There's no need to sully the beautiful princess's hands with this trash. What? Please leave all these issues to me from now on. No matter how you look at it, he left the temple because he loves you. What should I do? Maybe what Yulia said is true. From this moment on, you will pay for your sins. First, it was audacious to speak to the princess like that. Second, committing a sin forbidden by the temple. Why do you talk so much? Arrest that person. Alenia, you're in danger. Come here. This man, he's the head of the human trafficking organization that the saint was pursuing. The head? So what he did just now wasn't for me. It was for the saint, right? Miss, today is the tea party at the Imperial Palace. Let's crush them and leave them dead. Miss, today is the tea party at the Imperial Palace. Let's crush them and leave them dead. I'm worried about revealing my true identity, so I feel nervous. But if it's this girl, Princess, I can go on my own. The lady gracefully exits the carriage. Is this night just for decoration? The villain of the story appears. The first prince, Palatilian. Is this man just for show? Greetings to His Royal Highness, the first prince, Elenia. Why is this man smiling? May I speak with you? What? Let me accompany you. Even though he's a man, his hands are small and unattractive. Rumors are spreading about the poor choice of your guard. It's terrible. Can't you get a decent guard? If he had heard the rumors, he wouldn't have been so kind to me. Does he feel pity for me? Thinking about it makes me angry again. It seems a rumor has spread that I brought the holy knight home to be my lover. It was successful until I fell for him at first sight and pushed him onto the bed. The princess tried to please the holy knight, but there's one exception. Despite being a prominent figure in the empire, they say he can't get an erection. They say it's because he hasn't been able to for a long time. I was foolish to believe him. What are these filthy rumors? Why can't he spread respectable and reasonable ones? No wonder the Duke has been angry since this morning. If your engagement with Prince Palatilian I is broken, you will leave this house. How long must I continue paying for this body? But on the other hand, it can be said that it's comfortable. This is a perfect opportunity to prove my commitment to the unqualified first princess. Yes, because of strange rumors, I heard that the princess has been affected. So, this conversation is, I need to hurry and prepare for the wedding. Why are you rushing things? Let's get married now. That will never happen. If you truly love Elenia, you shouldn't have used her as a toy. The saint is someone who will change as soon as she gains more power. What should I do? I have officially informed the Empress about our marriage. The Empress can't do anything. After all, she isn't her real mother. I will discuss the future with the Empress today. If the daughter of the Alphen family wants it, she will be very pleased. Will I be accepted as the prince's wife? Her Majesty the Empress emphasizes the great importance of peace and the honor of the imperial family. I hope you understand. Of course, you will be accepted, and I will ask the Duchess to prepare everything as soon as possible. He doesn't seem smart. I will make you learn some manners. I must avoid getting closer to this man. I'm exhausted from Laurent and the saint suspecting me. I must deal with the cockroaches first. Princess, why? Why are you looking at me like that? Did you forget the contract between us? Of course I haven't forgotten. That's why I hired you as my guard. What will you do if someone sees us? You said you would take responsibility for stealing my virginity, didn't you? Will you abandon me for this man? Then why did you tell me your secret? If that was your intention from the start, secret? What secret? Is there a story from before I took over this body? What secret? False accusations about reducing your salary and the debts from your previous life. Nonsense. Why do you know that? Have you heard this rumor? Yes, I have. The Holy Knight and Princess Elenia? It doesn't matter. Let's leave those people alone. Can I help you? Keep your promise. Okay? As a knight, I will risk my life to fulfill my promise to my lady. Don't make me laugh. You're trying to exploit my secret and threaten me with it. Her Majesty the Empress and the Saint have arrived. Princess Elenia, it's been a long time. Yes, it has been a long time, Your Majesty. And who is that person standing behind you? He is the Holy Knight, Laurent. Negotiations for Princess Elenia's marriage into the imperial family are ongoing, but unsettling rumors are circulating. Since the Empress comes from common origins, shouldn't she be particularly hostile toward Elenia? Could this be causing the delay? Your Majesty, I need to address the engagement. Please understand that my marriage to the first prince will never happen. What? With the saint's approval, I will marry Knight Laurent. Elenia was seen as a wicked woman, which is why the second prince was involved with her. After he left, She married the first prince and became empress. It's only natural that you would be surprised by my marrying a holy knight with no wealth or power. Princess Alenia, what is going on? Are you serious? Yes, I am completely serious. Besides, wouldn't it be more appropriate for the empress not to align with the first prince? Her stepson Falarin mocked her for being a commoner, and she endured being poorly treated and humiliated by her stepchildren. She had to endure more than the first prince ever did. I don't think the first prince would agree to that. So, can you assist me with this, Saint? Laurent, are you serious about this? Oh my God, how could you allow this? Do you believe the rumors that Lord Roland stayed with me only to prevent me from marrying the first prince? I'm sorry, I didn't consider it that way. Is that the truth? Please check on that, Laurent. First and foremost, tell the saint. Lord Laurent, can you be honest? Are you really planning to leave the temple? You know what the consequences will be, right? Yes, of course, the marriage was a mutual decision. Mutual? So, did the princess agree to become part of the imperial family willingly? Did that really happen? You told me to. Take responsibility for this man's life, didn't you? Well, isn't that what you wanted when you brought him to me? It's impossible for him to have any other plans, right? A person whose name was Saint. I had no intention of allowing Laurent to leave my side. What doesn't that mean? You were trying to deceive me? What are you talking about? You said you were going to take him from the temple, and now you want me to give him back to you? If the ruler forgives him, he can return to the temple. If he does, good for the temple and the saint. Doesn't that seem like manipulation? That would be a problem. Now, he belongs to me alone. After all, Mr. Laurent left the temple because he fell in love with a girl, didn't he? Every time I saw him in the temple, he looked at her with terrified eyes, which I mistakenly thought were disdainful. How wonderful it is to abandon your beliefs for the one you love. She's a good girl. If you say anything else, I'll shut your mouth. But I still have doubts. Do you know my real identity? Now let me tell you that I am absolutely certain that you are not Alenia Alphen. The Holy Scriptures say that the exchange of souls is the work of sorcerers, isn't that right? If that's the case, why don't you tell the saint? Sorcerers, they don't cry like you. That's the case in this novel. There is such a legend. Sorcerers don't shed blood or tears, and their hearts are made of ice. Why did Alenia cry in front of him? Is it because you want to become the heir of the Alvian family? Why do you trust me? He doesn't seem interested in power or wealth, but fine. Miss, you have arrived. I want to enjoy this life a little more. My lady, how long do you plan to do this? Welcome home, miss. Tell me about my father. At this moment, he received a call from the first prince and went to the imperial palace. Yulia, yes, my lady, come with me. What happened? My lady, pack my bags, all my clothes and jewelry. I'm sure it's here. It was supposed to be here, but oh, I found him. There it was. Even if I couldn't read, at least I could understand what this is. It's the certificate that promises a secure and prosperous future. Miss R, you ready? You came at the right time. Can you hide it among your clothes instead of putting it in the carriage? Nah. In case that happens. Alenia, it's good to see you. Looks like you dio something terrible in front of the Empress. Duke. Wait, Duke. How dare you? Well, that's it. The Duke has been defeated Give me the princess's hand in marriage. Wait, are you stupid? Even though you're a holy knight, you come from a humble background. Do you intend to become a son-in-law of the duke's family? Do you think he will allow you to marry her if you kneel? No. So what will you do? If not, were you planning to strike the princess? Is that right? Alenia, let me ask you something. Did you really sleep with this knight? Is that why you hired this man as your escort? Knight? It is rumored that he is only for show. He is useless. Do you think of marrying a weak person? I think there is a misunderstanding. The Holy Knight is a very strong man, and I'm sure of it. It's all right. If it's me, I'll take responsibility. What do you mean? You will have a choice. Will you marry the first prince, or will you be expelled from the duke's family without money and marry this knight? Choose. You coward, you. Take my beautiful life hostage. Alenia, choose. Quickly. I thought you cared about your daughter, but it seems that's not the case. It's a threat that seems effective against the original Alenia. I will leave this house with Mr. Laurent. I will leave this house with Mr. Laurent. I will inherit all my mother's dowry when I get married, father, and I'm not penniless. In the novel, right after Alenia's death, the temple was supposed to confiscate the possessions she inherited from the Duchess. Keep Alenia in the Villa Anno. Kick this knight out of the palace. None. The princess's father seems smart, but I cannot let them treat my princess like this. Servants, what are you doing? Hurry and throw out this arrogant fool. I don't know what kind of offense you have done to the princess so far, but from now on, if you raise your hand against the princess, I will show no mercy towards you. Princess, it is natural for parents to discipline their children. Others are not allowed to interfere in that. Her father? I am the man chosen by the princess. Huh. Wait, what are you doing? Weren't you supposed to leave this house with me? Let's go. That's right. But even if you have a princess in your arms, it will be dangerous if we waste time. Isn't it? What are you doing? Arrest them now. Alenia, shame on you. Come back now. I'm sorry, but I don't think this person will disappoint me. Don't say something you don't understand. Husband and wife must understand or respect each other's feelings. It's that, right? What? Maybe you don't understand that. Beccalize you haven't shown respect to others before. Is that correct? Shut up. Shut your damn mouth. Huh. Oh my God. Shall we get going, princess? Yes. My lady. Laurent, can you drive the carriage? Where would you like to go? If you don't mind, LD like to take you somewhere. What was this? All your plan from the beginning? How about we go outside the empire? No, let's go to the house where my mother lived when she was young. Understood. Yulia, there should be an address on that box. If I'm right, that's probably the deed to the Duchess's inheritance. The address is written here. Here it is. My lady, it's finally time to put your love getaway into action. I don't know why I brought her here. My lady, it seems like there's no one to take care of the house. It was left abandoned after her mother died. Watch your step, princess. Does the Duke know this place, too? He probably doesn't know. He was completely uninterested in my mother. That's why in the novel, when Alenia Caliste, an incipient hand, went into Hiding. The Duke didn't know where she was either. Let's put down our luggage first. In that case, it would be better to abandon the carriage somewhere unrelated. That's right. Oh, I feel like I've felt this way before. Have I ever seen you sweating? My lady, the house is dirty, so it would be best to clean it up before you go to bed. Yes, then, please do so. I can't do it by myself, so I'll just clean up your room for now. Then I'll hire a caretaker right away. My lady, what do you think of the size of this bed? It's smaller than the bed we used at the Duke's house, but it's fine. Okay, I'll finish cleaning the bed by the time Sir Laurent returns. My exact memories of when I was possessed have just come back to me after I lost consciousness in an accident. The first time I woke up in this world was not in bed, but outside the castle. Have you woken up? Is this happen? Who are you? I'm Laurent Delta, a knight who protects the temple. Laurent? Are you that Laurent? Thank goodness. What are you talking about? I thought you were suffering, but to see you so dignified. But why did you do that? What are you talking about? Why did you give up so easily? If you're so frustrated, you have to fight to the bitter end. When I first became possessed, my memories were so clouded that it was easy for me to see Laurent and accept him for who he was. I told him all my dissatisfaction with my life up until now, a message urging me to repay the debts of my father, who had been tormenting me until just before the accident. I had accused my boss of wrongdoing, and I had been stigmatized and had even taken a pay cut. As soon as I saw his face while carrying such sadness, my emotions exploded. Sniff. To clear their name with the help of some stupid, holy object. It should have been easy for someone who had overcome the temptations of evil women. It's not something to be used to clear the stigma of a holy knight. It takes a lot of holy power to use holy objects. You've dedicated your life to the temple, and now you're being kicked out. It must be God's will. How can you give up when there is still a way? From now on, take better care of yourself, taking your own life. I won't allow you to even think about it. How could you do that? Because I read a novel with you in it. A novel? Yes, I don't really know why I'm here as a character in a novel. Can you tell me more about that novel? I'd also like to know who you are. The knight I thought was just pitiful was a kind person. He was so kind to me, even though I'd never met him before. Okay, I'll tell you everything in the world I lived in. Hey, who the hell are you? You can't just barge through a door like that. How can I help you today? Well, it is Sir Laurent. Hey, what is it? If you do a sloppy job, Jeldon, I warned you to quit this guild, didn't I? But you got what you wanted, didn't you? You're out of the temple. You're the Duke's son-in-law, so I'm sure you are very satisfied with the results, isn't? I'm sure the princess will deny the rumors soon. But why did you spread those terrible rumors about the princess? I don't care about my reputations. No, that wasn't our fault. Then whose fault was it? It's just that her cruelty is known by everyone. No, I Understand. I will. Immediately. Think of a way to restore the princess's honor. If we can use that to our advantage, we may be able to get her to be treated as a saint. You know that. Case in Pernachage, where both work together to solve it. If something like this happens again, you should know that your wish will never come true. And if you're not confident, back off. It's hard to find someone as dedicated as me. What happened to the investigation I requested before? That has been resolved. Is that all? Well, the evidence is due to arrive tomorrow morning. All right, I'll give you until tomorrow. The temple is pretty good. They managed to weaken the Sir Laurent like this. I'll devote to the goddess, too. It's not the goddess. So what is it? Well, perhaps this is another blessing from God. Ah, why on earth did I do that? I was out of my mind. Why do you treat me as Elenia Alphen when you know everything? Let's just calm down and think. Calm down. Why can't L think straight? My lady, you have a visitor. Hello, princess. I'm sorry, the house has been empty for so long. It's covered in dust. I don't mind. You're really bothered. How did you find me, by the way? You know my job, right? You're a saint, aren't you? Yes, that's why I used my divine power to trace the energy of the princess soul. In the novel, saints didn't have that kind of power. I see. That's a wonderful ability. Yes, it can even perform miracles. If you use holy objects, you can also determine whether something is true or a lie. So what can I do for you? I heard from the Duke that you left home after declaring your intention to marry Laurent. The Duke asked me to find the princess. Oh, you're always on my father's side, aren't you, Saint? I see. That's why the world thinks you're my father's daughter. Damn it. Did I offend you? Don't forget that the saint is a child of God. It's like looking at a portrait, only with a different hair color. The vibe she gives off is much more evil than Elenia. Ah, yes, I agree. It's just weird. But now, I can't believe how quiet you are. Whenever we're alone, you're the one who's always insisting on revealing the secret of my birth. I wonder why you've changed so much. It's like your soul has been replaced. That's scary. You still doubt me, don't you? I didn't change because my soul has been replaced. Princess, I am back. Yes, it's because of this man. When you fall in love, even horse dung on the road looks like chocolate, but there is nothing to be worried about. I've been watching over you by order of the saint. The princess soul has not been replaced. More importantly, what would you have done if I am? Which putting father aside, my brother won't keep quiet. The Alphen family and the temple would be in eternal conflict. I will believe what Sir Laurent says. I'm sorry for doubting you, princess. Thank God. Is that all? No, I came here because I had something to tell you, and says that everyone, including me, should gather at the Duke's house tomorrow. The second prince has offered to act as a mediator between the princess and the Duke. So, shouldn't you have brought Cast Iron with you? It seems like a trap. So what do you want? Well, please read the letter from the prince. Anyway, I wonder if She's testing me. If she finds out I can't read, it's the end of the world. I can't read letters from other men. My heart already belongs to a certain man. But you have to write a reply to the prince. Don't you? Laurent, can you read it and write a reply? As long as it's not a love letter. Oh, that's right. There's an easy way to turn this situation around. That's right. Considering the development of the novel, it's about time. Saint, please, lend me your ear for a moment. What's this all of a sudden? I have something important to tell you. You love the second prince, don't you? Saint, shall I help you? Despite my appearance, I'm the woman who seduced the strict holy knight. It's time for forbidden love to begin.